サイ・ヤング賞の発表を控えた日に、ドジャースの GM、ブランドン・ゴームズさんがインタビューに答え、激戦のワールドシリーズを振り返りました。その中でも、特に、山本由伸選手への称賛が止まらず、いかに素晴らしいシーズンを送ったか熱弁しました。日英字幕でその様子をご紹介します。
You went through the wild card this year, so you had the Reds, Phillies, Brewers, Blue Jays. What did you learn about what wins from this run?
Turns out it's helpful to play well in the playoffs. That's what helps you win. I know. I think over the last couple of years, we've we've played really good baseball in the postseason. We've done it two very different ways. Obviously, incredibly bullpen heavy in 24 and 25, very starting pitcher heavy. I think a lot of it comes down to performing well in big spots. Having a group of guys that really believe in each other and rise to the occasion in big moments. And you got to have your guys play well. And our group is it was a special group. The core group's incredible, and that's what they do. Everything they do starting from day one of spring training. So yeah, we've played really quality baseball over the last 2 years, and also caught some breaks, which is helpful.
Yeah, you guys have gotten bounced too. When you were great, you guys won 111, you won 100, and you can just lose. I know Joel Sherman, who was on the show, said your team did remind him of the late '90s Yankees, where there's a calm even when you're trailing in the playoffs. Is there something to that, all that experience in the postseason?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, you saw the resiliency of the team, and, no matter whatever the score is in the game or in the series, there's a one pitch at a time mentality, and hey, we've been here before. We felt the highs, we felt the lows, and just keep on grinding. And if you keep doing that and you kind of stack pitch by pitch, good things will happen ultimately.
Well, I'm wondering, what is it like for GM to be watching these games? You had the 18-inning game, and game 6 and 7 had to be brutal on you. So I want to take about one place in time. And it's not even the biggest play, but it's a pretty big play. Game 7, bottom of the ninth, tie game, bases loaded, right? Somehow lost in a pileup of epic plays. Yeah. The Andy Pages catch jumping on Kike. What are you thinking at this second?
My son was sitting on my lap. I think picked him up with one hand, not really noticing that I did that. And the whole, our whole group just completely erupted when Andy went and got that ball. There's so many incredible moments throughout that series. And then game 7, obviously just a whole nother level. So, the Blue Jays played incredible baseball, and, we're very fortunate to be on the winning side of that series.
So what is it like for you then? I'm sure your families are around, but Andrew Friedman is around. Are you dispassionate, or are you going nuts? Are you throwing down drinks? What are you doing to you can't play anymore? You used to play, but you can't play. What is it like watching that as a GM?
Yeah. I mean, it's high adrenaline, high stress. Very dialed in every pitch. Certainly some white knuckle moments. There's a lot out there. Obviously, you can't go out and affect the game, but there's everybody that does what we do pours so much time and energy into putting the team together. So it's a ton of fun, and it's a ton of stress and anxiety. But the highs and lows and having those types of stakes it's a beautiful thing.
I'll ask you a sportsy topic that we've kicked around. Do you feel that you're a dynasty?
I don't know. That's for other people to decide. All we're worried about is each and every year going out and putting the best possible team we can out there. We have a ton of fantastic superstars on our team that are egoless and are solely focused on winning. So that's what we're most excited about, to continue to build around that group and trying to win as many championships as possible.
See, I should have prefaced it by saying don't be modest, because then you end up being modest. No, don't be modest. Just say it. All right. I wonder, can tanned and rested, can that path be replicated? And I use that meaning most of your staff is under 100 innings coming into the playoffs. Can you be doing this going forward?
Yeah, I'm not sure it's anything by design. I think, there's, just different paths to go about it. Obviously, you would love guys to run wire to wire and be, just as strong at the end as they were at the beginning, like Yama was. But each year poses its own challenges, whether it's injuries or, different types of performance variation. what you have to do is do your best to build out a well-rounded roster with a group of guys that, has a strong clubhouse culture, and obviously Doc and our staff does a great job keeping the guys motivated and dialed in and prepared. So really that's all you can worry about, and then each year kind of plays out as it does, and continue to troubleshoot and build a team that can handle different challenges along the way.
Yeah, staying fluid. You could make a case too. You mentioned Yamamoto. You can make a case you don't win either title without Yoshi Yamamoto, who is a finalist for the Cy Young Award coming up here soon. What's your evaluation of Yamamoto, what you expected and what you've gotten?
I mean, performance-wise, obviously, has been outstanding. What we saw last year, and him really, once he got settled in and coming into his own, once he came back from injury, and each time out in the postseason, getting better and better. This year was just incredibly impressive to go out. You just don't see that combination of stuff and execution, really diving into some of the game planning components and how to prepare each game. And then just an absolute killer mentality. We talk about Shohei's 3-homer game and 10 punch-outs. Like, I think what Yama did, pitching in 6 and 7, and having the same stuff that he did on 7 as he did in 6, and actually getting the most outs out of any of our starters that game. I think you put it up there with things like we may never see again.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen it before. Hard to see it now.
ご視聴いただきありがとうございます。チャンネル登録、高評価をお願いします。